Everyone, welcome back to my channel, and it's been around 4 months since I'd done the last video. Life got in the way, so everything had to get on hold. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but my stepdad passed away 4 months ago. I was literally on my way to the allotment to make my next video in dealing with all of this, and then yeah, as you can imagine, it just all got put on hold. At that moment in time, the most important thing was to be there for my mum, my sister, family, and just get my life back in order, because as you can imagine, losing a parent is not the easiest thing. And I decided there's just no point trying to grow anything with all that going on. So I thought, right, let's put the preparation in for next year, 2026, and have an amazing year growing. But then like the reality set in, it's like, this plot is just so bloody overgrown, and I'm not even just like, it's crazy. Look at it, just absolutely look at it. Bindweed just took over the cage, bindweed everywhere, there's grasses everywhere, there's stinging nettles all in the raised beds. Up here, it's not too bad. Yes, we can weed the raised beds, we can take that off, we can completely take the netting off of this one. We're gonna have to dig it like crazy to get all the bindweed roots out, but it's doable. Decided to, let's hit the restart button. Let's start again. It's too overgrown. There's just too much work to do. I'm going to be doing that much work to it. I may as well redesign it to a way that actually allows me to garden properly. Because when I designed this allotment, I just wanted to get the most space out of it, and I did very narrow paths in between the raised beds, around 30 centimetres. And before, it wasn't too bad. I could kneel on the floor and I didn't feel anything. But now my feeling has returned. It's just not working for me. I have size 12 feet, I'm 6'3", and I need more space to be able to kneel down and be comfy. I'm gonna completely hit restart, and we're redesigning this allotment. We're getting rid of all of these raised beds. I'll show you a little clip of what the raised beds are, but they've got so rotten with this allotment plot not being used for 2 years. So this whole section, so from the end of my plot, that is just here, so this marks the end of mine, and it goes all the way up to the trees. So this whole area from here right up to this cage is getting a complete redesign. So from here down to the shed, we're stripping it. I'm just going to start again, and I've got some really cool plans. I've been preparing for it for the last couple of weeks, or I should say couple of months, because I've been working out what I want to do. But yeah, we're stripping out all of these raised beds. I've bought some amazing cool steel beds, like metal beds. I've got 6 of them. They are 3 meters long, and I cannot wait to just get growing. But I'm not taking this challenge lightly. I know there's a lot of work, but time I dig all these raised beds and then fix them, get replacement wood for the bits that are rotten, I may as well just start again. 2 years of neglect, overgrownness. It's back to what it was like when I took on this plot. And for my disability, it's just not manageable. I'll be fighting one part, going to the other. So I thought, flip it. Let's just strip it all and start again. And it's going to look so, so cool. The shed's going to go up there into the trees. That was the original plan anyway. And then I would like to get a replacement like greenhouse or polytunnel for this section. And then from here, we're going to have the raised beds going that way. So we're going to have 3 of them, 1, 2, 3. And then the other 2 I'm going to put just up there beside, I think. But I want to give plenty of space now between these paths. I don't know what my health's going like. 1 minute I'm okay, 1 minute I can't walk properly, 1 minute the feeling's there, 1 minute there's no feeling. Single day at the moment has been a challenge. More the feeling comes back after 16 years of not feeling. It's a mind and I'm going to say it, it's a complete mind. Every day is a different challenge. At the moment, the right side of my leg has got a whole like burning sensation that keeps happening. I'm also going through something quite bad with my spine. Anytime I physically start doing something, it feels like someone is pushing my spine inwards. We've had a scan. The blood vessels in my spine have not got bigger or moved apparently. We're waiting for another appointment about that. So at least we know it's not the blood vessels that popped originally causing this problem. But yeah, I've just wanted to wait until I got those results before I actually went and started the allotment. But I got them last week. So at least I know I can push myself and I'm not going to end up paralysed. It's just a very annoying, horrible feeling, pain that I'm just pushing through. Because to be honest, I'm not sitting down at home, I'm not doing nothing. I've did that long enough. I've put my life on hold trying to build everything back up. I've been redecorating the house and now it's time to get my pride and joy back to what it was. And I really, really cannot wait. But I think I've rambled enough for now. I want to actually just get on with doing some bits. I've got my petrol strimmer with me, so I'm going to strim the perimeter paths. My plan today is to dismantle the shed and then bring the shed up here, and this is going to be its new place. The ground has already been prepared, it's pretty much level. I've got some heavy duty weed fabric that I'm going to lay down to stop any weeds. And then once the shed has been dismantled, there's a plastic base with gravel that I need to bring that up and put that up here. So because it's so hot today and I'm going to be very sweaty and probably swearing quite a lot, I'm not going to record that, but we'll have a catch up throughout the day, see how things are getting on. My mouth is already extremely dry because of my medication, but it's one of those things I deal with. But yeah, I'm going to start getting this area ready, trim the grass, and then get ready to move the shed up here. It's about 3 o'clock now, and I've got till about 9 o'clock, I would say, until it gets dark. Yeah, and then soon I've got something really cool to show you. I've recently got a new puppy. She's called Lil, and she is going to be in lots of videos. I'm just getting ready here. She's currently a 16-week-old Dalmatian that is very bouncy, very hectic, still going through training. So soon she will start coming to the allotment with me to just get all this prepared a bit better, just get any hazards away, and then let her come in and have a good dig, good play around and watch her grow. I'm going to have a little 5-minute break because just walking around I'm a bit tired, and then we'll have a catch up after. Been a slight change of plan since I started this video. I was going to get the shed moved. I seem to forget just how much work is involved in doing jobs, and the main priority at the moment is to get this plot cleared so I can actually work. There's no point having a space that's too overgrown I can't move in it. The shed is staying there for now. I want to get this completely chopped down because I don't want to be bringing my petrol strimmer back and forth constantly. I'd rather just get all the strimming done today, and then that way I can get the shed moved easy. I have cut quite a lot of the grass already. This whole pathway going down this side of the plot has been done. I've also done this side so we can easily get up and down perfectly fine. Let's go up here and show you what's been done up here. So I thought it's best to focus on the entrance because that way people don't think it's not being used, and because we're bringing the shed up here. So I've completely trimmed all of this, and I'm so grateful I bought the reinforced strimmer wire, because this is just making it so much easier to cut down the thick brambles and all the other stuff that's been growing. But yeah, I've done some bits over here. I'm taking a walk back home for my home garden because I need something in the front garden. And I cannot believe it because I did not think I was actually growing anything this year. One thing I definitely was not expecting this year was to have any harvest from this plot with how overgrown it is. But my yellow plums, wow. My phone then decided to run out of memory, so I decided to transfer everything over. But let's continue where we was. The exact name of this plum up on to the screen. I think it's Maribel or something, but I did not expect to have a harvest like that. That's absolutely beautiful. Cut back the roses because you can see it is on its last legs. All completely come apart down at the base, so I'm going to have to take this arch down, rebuild the beds and then pull it back together. But I thought, just to make it safe for now, let's cut it back. We can let the rose grow and go from there. But as you can see, just look how much better it's looking. I've not tackled this section yet. That is what's next. I'm working my way up. I'm going to be quick just because I don't want my memory to completely run out. What I'm going to do now is completely cut back all of this. The apple tree has completely fallen over. It's meant to be stood up here and it is going that way. So I've just had to knock a lot of the apples off because, yeah, there's just no way this is even growing. I need to clear the area as well. So it is what it is, and I do not really care about having a harvest. I'd just rather try and get this apple tree put back up. Lemon balm's gone crazy. The verbena, absolutely love. Of jobs to do is all of these beds because they're rotten, they're falling to pieces. Still can't decide what I want to do with that greenhouse. Personally, I want to get a new one, something that's disabled friendly, a bit more easy accessible, because when I built this I just did not think. I thought for my body at the time, close distance was best for me because I was struggled to move, so I was crawling on the floor sort of thing, gardening, where now again, my mobility's changed completely. I got my feeling back and I cannot squeeze into these little pathways that two of my hands. And if I kneel down, I can't kneel down properly because my feet are so bloody big when they fell over. And my joints can't like sit in those awkward positions no more now that I can feel. But anyway, we've got a lot more to do. Sky's going grey, so I don't know if it wants to rain or not, but to be honest, I don't really care. I'm going to get all this cut back and yeah, we'll have a catch up in a bit and see how much I can actually get done. I've now been at it for 3 hours. I've done a lot, but 3 hours. Oh, there's just no way I was doing the shed as well today. I got to remember my body is not normal. Can't push myself little by little, but the satisfaction of having it cleared like that is just, yes. Well, I am a hot, sweaty mess. Not the best for being on camera, and I just cut my finger open. What a nightmare. I have no idea what on. I'm just going to come back down here and have a look. I was quite lucky that there was still people down at the community hut sorting the chickens out, so I managed to get a plaster, but it was quite deep. Yeah, I was just putting my hands down here and I just pulled it out and it sliced it. But there genuinely is nothing here. I don't know. I have to be very careful around that area. Oh wow. That's quite cool, seeing red arrows go over the allotment, but I managed to get quite a lot done before I just did this. Now walk in, it's all been cut back. That's all been cut back. I just have this bit over here to do with the tree, but you just move. So I'm glad I spent time actually getting this done. Still got a bit more to do. Just trying to see how this cut does. I've put the plaster on really tight just to help it stops it bleeding. It was quite deep, so I'm hoping I'm not going to need stitches, but we'll see. And I've been brutal with the tree. I've literally had to cull it back. I'm not even going to attempt to prop it up today because it's so heavy, and I don't think it's actually going to stay here. But a lot of the apples I've just took down to the community hut for the chickens, so they're not being wasted. But that's the one thing I do miss about having my chickens, is taking stuff like that up to them. So, but we're not getting chickens anytime soon. We will one day, but for now, let's just focus on getting this whole allotment site rebuilt. It's getting there, it's getting there. I say it's getting there, we've only just bloody started. I'm going to try and cut some more, see how my hand does. I don't know if the shaking's going to make it bleed. I can start to see blood coming through it already. But I want to try and get as much of this trimming back done as possible before it gets any later as well. So we've made a lot of progress today. So many areas are clear. Got a lot of cleanup to do though, but all this has been cut back. I just need to come in with a rake and a brush and brush it all back down to the weed fabric. But these beds have been pretty much cut back. Down there's all done. But the fact that we can actually move around now, we can walk down all the paths apart from that one and that one, but I'm going to do that when I next come down, just because I'm very hot. I'm absolutely pooped. My back is sore. My finger will not stop bleeding, so I think it's just time to call it quits for the day and potentially come back down tomorrow or the day after. We'll see how we feel when we wake up. So by the weekend, I want to dismantle the shed, at least get it dismantled so I can get to the base that is underneath. There's like a plastic baselet just there, and it's got lots of gravel and bits in. So I want to dismantle the shed, get that. Actually been in the shed for a while, and I know last time I was in there, the bag of bone meal or whatever was everywhere, all over the floor. But yeah, it'd be better once it gets up there, give it some love. But we can see the beds. We've made really good progress today. Yeah, I didn't get the shed moved, but I'm happy I've got this done and that I can actually walk around now and not worry about being freaking cut to pieces. This bed I'm going to have to be a bit more delicate with because it is a flower bed. So I don't want to destroy the flowers, but he is going to go with me raised beds. So we will literally have them, they're 3 meters long, so it'll go 1, 2, 3, may even get 4 in there, we'll see. And then I have 2 more beds, so if I do 4 here, I will then have 2 beds to go here, and I want all the beds going that way so it makes it easier to walk down, because I've been all different shape, all different size paths. Like look at the width of the original beds. Look, my foot just fits in there, and it's just not it's just not practical at all. I've got stuck again, and I need a lot more space, a lot more, at least that width. So I know the plot is 5 meters wide. The new bed's I think 90 centimeters wide, so I could do 3 beds with 1 meter between each bed, and I think that will work. A bed through the middle, 2 either side, but we'll see. But it's so good to be back down here on the allotment, actually getting stuff done, because a part of me has been missing not coming down here. But with everything that happened with my stepdad, it was time just to take a step back, refocus, and just plan what I actually want to do. So now I've completely closed my shop, and I want to focus on bringing my allotment back to life, because my business is based off of this allotment. It's called the Allotment Apothecary, and without my allotment, my business is not what it needs to be. So I'm putting all my energy into doing this. Yeah, we've got a lot to do, but it'll get done. And when I'm determined to do something, I just go non-stop. So I've currently been redecorating my house as well. And that's what I mean, when I get something in my mind that I want to do, I just focus on that. And my focus is 100% back on this allotment. Yeah, I know I've, over the last 2 years, tried to get things going again and just things have come up. But that is life. And I'm hoping, like, me just doing this just shows you, yeah, things can go to pot. But if you pick yourself back up, you can get there again. Yeah, it's going to be a long process. Yeah, I've not grown anything this year. Well, that's a lie. I've grew some plums, so that's absolutely brilliant. That's a bit of a bonus, like, yes. I have so much content planned that I cannot wait to record. I need my hair cut, that's what I need. And I'm going to bring you along. We're going to completely redesign this, completely bring it back to life. Because one thing I hate is having an allotment that looks like this when I'm a platinum show garden designer, and yeah, this does not show that. So it's time to put my money where my mouth is, if that's the word, or yeah, let's show people what I'm capable of, what I can do, because part of me forgot, like, over the last couple of years with so much going on, like, this part of me I forgot about. I pushed it to one side, I blocked it out, and now it's like, no, this is me, this is what I love. I'm rambling like normal, but this is not a, but I like to ramble because sometimes just getting my words out, it just helps mentally, and it also helps other people. Like, yeah, my mental health is the worst ever. I go up, I go down on my medication, my mood change. Oh, but anyway, my memory went again, so I had to send everything over to my other phone, so I can't remember what I was saying. But if it's important, I will say it again. But I'm absolutely pooped, but it's so good to be back. That is it for this episode, and we'll have a catch up very soon, maybe tomorrow or the day after, where we get more of this allotment done. So just before my stepdad passed away, I did record a few more videos. Because of everything that went on, I completely changed my plans, so I decided not to even bother editing them because they are absolutely pointless. So yeah, from now on, this is the next episode in the season, and we're going to bring this very abandoned allotment back to life. So like, comment, follow. It'd be great to hear from you, it'd be great to have you with us, and I can't wait to hopefully inspire you and maybe bring you a bit of knowledge along the way that you didn't know about. So we'll see each other very, very soon. So thank you for watching.